March 2026 is officially here, and mobile gaming is going to absolutely nuclear this month. We have got massive global launches, highly anticipated expansions, and some soft launch games that are going to melt your screens. Hey folks, it's Jasper, and today on Joker's Den, the top 10 new Android and iOS games of March 2026. Oh, and stick around for the bonus section, because there is a huge open world expansion dropping that you do not want to miss. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and let's dive into the countdown. Kicking off at number 10, we have Oceanhorn 3. Now, if you played this second game, you know the devs moved away from the classic top-down look of the original and went full 3D open world. And let me tell you, the third game takes that even further. We are talking about a massive, seamless world where the exploration feels genuinely rewarding. The combat is punchier, the parry window feels more responsive, and the scale of Gaia this time around is just breathtaking. It's a premium console quality adventure right in your pocket. So if you have been waiting for a true successor to the epic 3D journey, this is the one to start your month with. At number 9, things get sweaty with Stray Shot Extraction Shooter. The extraction genre is flooding mobile right now, but Stray Shot brings a gritty, fast-paced, tactical edge that sets it apart. You drop in, loot up, and try to survive against both AI enemies and other real players. The gunplay is tight, the recoil patterns actually take skill to master, and the tension of trying to reach the extraction point with a backpack full of high-tier loot will have your heart pounding. So if you got the reflexes and the patience, this one will keep you hooked for hours. Coming in at number 8 is Grand Outlaws RP Life Online. For everyone who has been asking for a true sprawling role-play sandbox on mobile, this is your jam. Well, start from the bottom in a massive, living city where you can literally be anyone. Like, want to run a legitimate business? Go for it. Want to join an underworld syndicate and orchestrate massive haste? You can do that too. Alright, the social interactions are the real star here, with integrated voice chat and a player-driven economy that makes every server feel alive. Well, it's chaotic, it's hilarious, and it's insanely addictive. At number 7, we are shifting gears with Star Sailors. Well, coming straight from Come To Us, this is a visually stunning turn-based fantasy RPG. The premise is awesome, like a sudden magic explosion has completely shattered the world, and you have to follow a legendary compass to find ancient heirlooms to rebuild the human kingdom. The 3D anime visuals are top tier, but what really sold me is the combat. It's not just mindless auto-battling. You have to utilize the skill chains, team synergies, and hit perfectly timed burst chances to turn the tide against massive bosses. So if you love classic JRPGs with a modern twist, download this immediately. Number 6 brings us Heaven Hell's Anime Squad RPG. Purgatory has torn open. Hellions are invading, and it's up to you to command a squad of powerful girls known as witches. This game is a visual powerhouse. The 3D character models are meticulous, and the explosive cinematic skill animations during combat are some of the best I have seen this year. It's a real-time tactical game where your positioning and squad synergy are the only things standing between victory and total wipeout. The global launch is rolling out right now in March, so get in early, claim those rewards, and start building your ultimate squad. Breaking into the top 5, we have the highly anticipated mobile port of My Time at Sandrock. Right now, it's available in the Chinese region, but the global launch is right around the corner. Well, if you played My Time at Portia, you know the drill, but Sandrock elevates everything. Well, you are dropped into a post-apocalyptic desert town and tasked with rebuilding it from the ground up. You will be gathering resources, upgrading your workshop, fighting off monsters in ruins, and building relationships with the locals. The touch controls have been translated beautifully, making the building and farming mechanics feel incredibly natural on a touchscreen. Coming in at number 4, we have Overclash Arena Shooter Game. Usually mobile top-down shooter games are totally flat, but Overclash actually introduces verticality. Like, you can jump, use the high ground to your advantage, and even knock opponents off ledges into lava. But the real game changer here is the break the meta system. Forget fixed hero classes. You can equip any skill to any hero, like want to put a stealth invisibility cloak on a massive tank, or a stun grenade on a high-speed assassin. You can do it. With over 50 skills and a million possible loadouts, no two matches feel the same. It's got everything from Battle Royale to 1v1s and Team Deathmatch. So if you are tired of the same old hero shooters where everyone plays the same way, Overclash is going to be your next obsession. And folks, now it is time, smash that subscribe button and discover amazing games. Coming in at number 3 is Narin Secrets of Dorvania. From the same team behind Tiny Archers, but instead of staying behind a bow, they have dropped us right into the thick of it with a brand new 2.5D action brawler. You play as Narin, a dwarf warrior on a mission to liberate Dorvania from a massive invasion of goblins and trolls. The combat here isn't just button mashing, it's tactical. You have to time your blocks perfectly, dodge heavy attacks, and wait for that opening to strike. You'll be exploring 5 unique regions, upgrading your axes and armor, and uncovering a story that actually expands on the Tiny Archers universe. It's got that signature polished look we expect from this dev, but with a much more aggressive, satisfying gameplay loop. So if you like high-stakes melee combat, this is a must download. Runner-up at number 2 is Hellguard. Currently in soft launch in the UAE, this game is an absolute beast of an action RPG. It's dark, it's gritty, and the combat is relentlessly heavy. You are tasked with purifying a dark universe, and you do that by chaining together visceral, high-impact combos against terrifying demonic enemies. The graphics are pushing the absolute limits of mobile hardware, so make sure you have a decent phone to run this. The skill tree is massive, allowing for deeply customized builds. Well, once this hits global, it's going to dominate the charts.
You and your kind. Your days are over.
And finally, the number 1 new mobile game of March 2026, The Division Resurgence. Mark your calendars for March 31st, cause Ubisoft is finally dropping the full global release. This is not a watered-down port, this is a fully fledged AAA open-world Division experience built from the ground up for mobile. You are exploring a massive, insanely detailed New York City, engaging in cover-based tactical firefights, and grinding for that sweet high-end loot. You can play through the entire campaign solo or team up in the co-op. And yes, the Dark Zone is back for that brutally tense PvPvE action. Well, the graphics, the customization, the sheer scale of the city, it's going to set a new benchmark for mobile shooters. So get your squads ready. And we have some massive bonus picks that you need on your radar. First up, Misguided Remastered Demo. This is a terrifying Indonesian survival horror game where you play as Sylvia, trapped in a nightmarish world. The remastered lighting and shadows are incredibly oppressive, giving off major old-school psychological horror vibes. Play this with headphones in the dark if you dare. Next, on March 31st, Netmarble is dropping the 7 Deadly Sins Origin. This is breathtaking open-world anime RPG where you play as Prince Tristan. You can climb, glide, swim and fly alongside iconic characters in a massive, Shameless Britannia. It looks like a true heavyweight competitor in the open world space. And finally, releasing March 6th, the highly anticipated Hexy expansion for Where Winds Meet. This update brings the Jade Gate Pass, a massive new desert region. We are getting the Sand Chaser mechanic to surf across dunes, and Cosmic Reversal to rewind time and rebuild ruins. It adds new martial arts styles like the Umbrella's Spring, Dreamscape, and completely shakes up the game. So if you haven't played this Wuxia masterpiece yet, now is the time. And that wraps up the list. Which of these are you downloading first? Let me know down in the comments. I will be hanging out and replying to you guys. Make sure you check out the description for the download links. Now hit that like button, subscribe to the den if you are new. Thanks for watching, and you can check out my latest videos from here. I will catch you guys in the next one. Happy gaming!